My dear friends, I hope you all are doing good. This is Prashant Mamani and I warmly welcome all of you to StudyIQ. Identify the dance that you can see on your screen. Name the dance as well as do let me know the state in which you find this dance. With this, dear friends, do you know that StudyIQ provides pen drive and tablet courses for your different exams? Want to know more about it? Check out studyiq.com. With this, dear friends, we know the destruction that has been caused by cyclone storm Uki, right? But now we have one more thing in the news, and this is a tropical depression that has been formed in this part of Bay of Bengal, right? It's not far from Andaman and Nicobar Island, and it was in news a couple of days ago as well, and we have talked about this thing that there was a sort of depression that was this depression was being formed a couple of days ago. It was reported in the news, and now it is believed that it is heading towards Odisha and coastal Andhra Pradesh. So of course both these states are bracing themselves. With this, dear friends, let's understand how economy works. This is a very small piece of information here, right? But it has a very strong message for you guys to understand, or it has a sort of hidden meaning. Now, what this news is all about, Union Ministry of Commerce and Industry has approved the proposal of Spice Board, and basically the recommendation or the proposal was to increase the minimum import price of peppers, right? And it is written here that by increasing this thing, by increasing this minimum import price, it will protect the interests of pepper growers or farmers. Now the thing is, the price of pepper was down by nearly 35% in 1 year. Now why this thing took place, you would be able to understand with the help of this chart that you can see on your screen, right? This graph here. The thing is, dear friends, here you find application of a principle called demand and supply. It is easy to understand that if say for example, let's take pepper here. If you know that India is well famous for pepper, and if we go back to the history as well, then we find not only British or this European. When we say European, I'm talking about this Vasco da Gama and the people who arrived after him. But even if you go back, then you find that we used to trade or sell this pepper and spices to different countries or different kingdoms, and one of them is Roman Empire. We have found many Roman coins in Kerala and other parts of our country. Anyways, the thing is, see, you have pepper growers in our country, right? They produce peppers and they sell it in domestic market. But when you have pepper coming from other countries, like say for example ASEAN countries, right, then you have too much of pepper. The supply is you can say the supply is more compared to the demand, and if you have more product in the market and if you have less buyer, then of course the price of the products will come down. And in this way, if imported you can say peppers are cheaper than the domestic one, then this pepper growers have to reduce their price as well, and in this way they make loss. So this is how, by increasing this minimum import price, we will make this imported peppers bit expensive, and in this way the people of India will have to buy domestic peppers. So this is how things work. With this, dear friends, today is Mahan Parinirman Divas of one of the rarest of the rare person that we have ever seen in our country or the world has ever seen, is Dr BR Ambedkar, right? It is his 62nd Maha Parinirvan Divas, and of course we all know that he is father of the Indian Constitution. Dear friends, you can see here with the help of this picture, you can see Prime Minister, and you can also see President, Vice President and other dignitaries, right? They paid floral tribute to Baba Saheb. And with this, dear friends, on this occasion I would like to share some things that are associated, or some incidents that are associated with Baba Saheb, and I believe with the help of these examples you would be able to get inspired, as well as you will also find that if you compare yourself and the struggles through which all of us are going through, right, we find something, and something is you can say creating a sort of trouble for us. But if we see the life of Baba Ambedkar, then we find that the pain and the suffering that he has gone through, you hardly find any person who has suffered this much. And for all aspirants, I do understand, if you are preparing for a bank exam, or if you are preparing for IAS, for all of you, your goal or your exam looks like Mount Everest, isn't it? And I believe his story will help you to climb this Mount Everest of yours. The thing is, we know about Baba Saheb because not, of course, he is a very famous person, but we used to have chapters as well in our school days. And we know that he used to suffer a lot during his school time, because he was not allowed to sit in the class. He was made to sweep the ground of the school, and there is a very sad incident, a horrid incident, that a day when it was summer and he was very thirsty, and he was not allowed to drink water at school as well. And you will observe, if you go through his life, that all the things that he used to love, or the things that used to give him a bit of joy, were kept away from him. Always to get something, Baba Saheb has to cross a sort of hurdle. That's what society did to this gentleman. And you'd be surprised to know that the surname Ambedkar as well was given by his teacher. Right, one of his teacher, he was a Brahmin, and this Ambedkar surname falls in the, or you find it in Brahmin. So at that point of time, because people were considering Baba Saheb as untouchable and things like that, so this is one of the main reason why he, the teacher, who was very fond of Baba Saheb, he gave him his surname as well. And the society used to keep him away from books, but he became the law minister of our country. He was barred from temple, and he became savior of many downtrodden, and he was ostracized from religion, and he became the father of Indian constitution, a constitution which is secular. So this is the greatness of this man, and I would personally recommend all of you, dear friends, that you should take out some time, right? You should have a plan, and you should read biographies and autobiographies of this sort of rare gems, right? You can read even from Hitler's biography, you will learn many things. So you should go through them, right? It will help you immensely. With this, dear friends, we have two items associated with Vice President, and you can take it as a focus topic of the day. The first one is pertaining to RTI. And why he is talking about RTI? Because he was present at the 12th Annual Convention of Central Information Commission, CIC, right? Very important commission. We know that it is associated with RTI, and on this occasion, Vice President said that the information has to be given in a language which is understandable to everyone, particularly if you are seeking some information from CIC or any other department, right, of government. Then of course it is necessary that you are being provided with the language that you can understand. If they send you things in Mandarin, then you won't be able to understand anything, isn't it? So this is very basic thing to understand. The other thing is he has also said that information or transparency is you can say a key pillar of democracy. Now the thing is, what is the difference between British era and today's era? At that point of time, the British used to have parliament, and of course the names were different, but Supreme Court was there, and parliament was there, and police was there. All the departments that we can think about. Of course we have some more today, but all this setup was there. But the thing that was missing was transparency in governance. Right, information was not shared by the British Raj with the people of our country. And you can imagine this is one of the main reasons why information is very important. All the things that is going on in our country that is associated with government or any pillars of our democracy or any, you can say, arms of government, everything should be in light. That means to say that nothing should work in darkness apart from things you can say that are important for national security, right? You cannot come out with your plans regarding how you are tapping some people and things like that, which is very you can say understandable. With this, dear friends, Vice President also said that we have to convert our Swaraj into Surajya. The self you can say rule that we are doing, we have to convert this thing. We have to convert our freedom into an utopian state. We have to convert our country into an utopian state in which everyone is equal, right? All the things that we find in our constitution is if you can say applied in real life as well, right? We have to create this situation, and this is not something that can be done by government alone. It is people's participation that will make the real difference. He also said that the fruits of development should reach to each and every person of our country. He has also quoted Kautilya here, and with this I would like to add one thing here, that if you think, or say for example, if you're writing an answer and if you think that you can use quotation from famous personalities, then you can do it, right? It will add more weight. But I have to warn you that that does not mean that if you are being asked 10 questions, then you try to include one quote from different people in each of your answer. Not at all. That is not required, right? Only the place where you think that this is the best space that I can utilize or I can add a quote here, only on those space do add quotes, right? Don't write unnecessary quotes. I have to warn you, otherwise there would be a sort of I don't want any sort of confusion here. And see, he has a very, you can say, the Vice President has used Kautilya to express what he's trying to say, right? He said that in the happiness of king's subjects lies his happiness, in their welfare his welfare. So you can see very beautifully he has placed this quotation here, and that's what you should do as well. Now let's quickly go through some basic but important information that are associated with this CIC. CIC was established by central government in 2005, right, by an official gazette notification. And you know that it is pertaining to RTI Act of 2005, and as it was made or been established by central government and not by the parliament, so it is not a constitutional body. It is a high powered independent body, no doubt. And the composition is that you have one chief information commissioner, and you cannot have more than 10 information commissioners. At present you have 8. And they are appointed by the President of India, and the selection, or you can say the recommendation of the names is been given by a committee in which you have PM, you have leader of opposition of Lok Sabha, as well as one union cabinet minister that is nominated by Prime Minister. The other thing is the person who is appointed as CIC or Information Commissioner IC, he or she should not be a member of parliament or member of legislative assembly or legislative you can say council. The other thing is the tenure is, or the term of the office is for 5 years, and they can be removed by the president. But there are some other conditions as well. But finally, if you want to remove someone on the ground of say for example proved misbehavior, then the president will refer the matter to Supreme Court for an inquiry. The Supreme Court will conduct an inquiry, and if it is found that this person is not fit for CIC or IC, then only you can remove it, and it is the president who will finally remove it. And CIC or Chief Information Commission works under Ministry of Personnel. These are some important informations. With this, dear friends, moving on to another focus topic, and this is associated with the person that you can see on your screen. His name is Jai Raj Guru. Right, today is 211th martyrdom day of Shaheed Jai Raj Guru. And dear friends, this topic is very important because it is associated with Spica rebellions, right? Spica Vidroh. And now I'm not sure whether you know about Spica Vidroh, but in October 2017, Human Resource HRD Minister, Human Resource Development Minister Prakash Javadekar said that this is the first war of independence. Spica Rebellion is the first war of independence. Textbooks are going to have some changes with it. So the 1857 is not going to be the first one. Now it is the Spica Vidroh. So keep this thing in mind. It is a rebellion, or this rebel took place against, of course, the British in Odisha. And it was led by, of course, at that point of time, Jai Raj Guru was not there. But Jai Raj Guru is associated with this thing because he was a Raj Guru, or you can say a Sher, or you can say a spiritual advisor of King of Khurda, right, which is in Odisha. And dear friends, there was a tax issue and things like that in this part of Odisha, and because of this Khurda rising of 1804, Raj Guru got, he was not able to survive. He fought a very brave war against this British people, and this led to a sort of big revolt in 1817, April to 1817, which is known as Spica Rebellion. So these are some important things that are associated with this thing. So please keep this thing in mind. With this, dear friends, you have answers, right? Sashikant Das, who is the Sherpa of India for G20, Ibn Battuta, a famous traveler. The answer is statement 1 and 3, and it is the air pollution that is associated with lichens. Today's questions are: which animal figures most in Mesolithic cave paintings? Cow, deer, buffalo, or tiger? And which area was not conquered by Akbar? Kashmir, Kandahar, Odisha, or Bidar? And Pacific Islands from New Guinea southeastwards to Fiji Islands group is called Polynesia, Melanesia, Micronesia, or Australasia. With this, dear friends, I end this discussion here. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will share the PDF file of this discussion on my Facebook page. Don't forget to follow me on my Facebook page. Give a like on my Facebook page. Also give us a like on this, or give a like to this video if you have learned something out of it, and I believe that you will share it with other people as well. With this, I end this discussion. I will see you all soon. Till then, enjoy your studies. Take care, and Jai Hind.